All right, everyone, ready for a deep dive. Today, we're exploring something truly interesting, and I'm eager to get into it. The link between really knowing something and how that connects to genuine worship.
Oh, a fascinating connection indeed. And we have this text, Worshipers' Manna, to guide us.
Right from the get-go, it grabs you.
It does, doesn't it? That very first line hits you, you can't worship what you don't know. Makes you pause.
Yeah, it's simple, but it makes you think. I mean, we think of worship and rituals come to mind, or the traditions, the emotional
Or
aspects.
feelings, for sure.
But this text, it puts knowledge right there at the core, like it's the foundation.
It is, and it doesn't stop there. It takes this idea, this knowledge, and ties it to our very reason for being, our purpose. The text quotes the Westminster Shorter Catechism, remember? To glorify God and enjoy his fellowship forever. That's our chief end, it says. But think about it.
Hold on, I'm with you. Enjoy his fellowship forever.
How can we truly enjoy that fellowship, a genuine relationship, if we don't know the one we're fellowshipping with?
It's true. It's like trying to have a deep conversation with someone whose language you can't even speak. You wouldn't get very far.
Exactly. It'd be a lot of gesturing and maybe a few shared smiles, but not true fellowship. And that is where that idea of revelation, it comes in. Throughout the Bible, we see this pattern, God revealing himself to us.
He doesn't stay hidden.
He doesn't. He makes himself known.
Right? Like, think about Moses and that burning bush. God could have just been like, hey, Moses, go do this thing. But no, he reveals himself. I am that I am. Powerful, this eternal being. It makes you wonder, why was that revelation so important?
Such a good point.
Yeah.
That encounter, it wasn't just a to-do list for Moses, was it? It was about transforming Moses' understanding of who God was.
Huh?
And that understanding, it fueled everything. Moses' worship, his obedience, even how he led the people.
It changed him from the inside out.
Absolutely.
And it's not just those Old Testament figures either. This text, it points to Jesus, talking with his disciples, that whole who do you say that I am question. We've heard it so many times. But I never really considered why Jesus asked it that way.
It's easy to just sort of skim over, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Jesus, he wasn't looking for a generic Sunday school answer. He wanted to get to the heart of it. He wanted to know, did their devotion, did it come from truly knowing him?
And that's where Peter's big declaration comes in. You are the Christ, the Son of the living God. But it wasn't just a statement of belief, was it? It was different.
It was a proclamation, absolutely. And it was rooted in revelation. Peter, he knew it to be true.
And look at the impact. Jesus, he renames Simon as Peter, literally rock. On this rock, he says, I will build my church. That's huge. Their whole world, it shifts based on that one revealed truth.
That deep, revealed knowledge, it became the bedrock for everything that followed. Everything.
That's like the difference, I'm thinking, between believing a recipe will turn out well and actually tasting that amazing dish.
Yeah.
That experience, the tasting, it changes everything about how you view that recipe.
It does. And what I find so fascinating is this text doesn't just leave this idea back in those times. It brings it right to us, to our worship, right here, right now. Worship, it says, cannot be a delegated assignment.
Wow. No handing it off. It's personal.
It really is.
It makes you think because, it's easy to just inherit our beliefs about worship, to follow what our families did, what we were taught, or even sometimes we're inspired by someone else's passion, their expression. But this is saying genuine worship, it needs something more, something deeper, more personal.
It's like we have to cultivate that understanding ourselves. It's not enough to borrow it.
Yeah.
A direct line, you could say, to whatever we're worshiping.
And it starts with a question, maybe, asking ourselves, what do I truly know about what or whom I worship? Because once you start asking that,
It's a game changer.
how does that knowledge change things? How does it shape what I do, my thoughts, everything?
Everything. And maybe, just maybe, it's those profound journeys of faith, the ones, maybe they begin with that question. A thirst to really understand. It's in the seeking and the searching and finding that our worship, it can become truly authentic.
Not just going through the motion.
Exactly. And who knows, that ongoing pursuit, that constant desire to learn and understand more deeply, it could be the key to a whole new level of worship, one we never even imagined.
Something to think about.
Definitely something to think about.